When I think about a plant that's earned a place in my garden and it's great for butterflies, the Buddleia is the one that comes to mind. Today, we dive into the reasons why. Hello and welcome to Sprout Logic Gardening. So when we talk about the Buddleia, I'd say this is a plant you should consider putting in your garden. Note I didn't say absolutely add, it's 100%. I'd say definitely consider it, and I'll cover the reasons why a little bit later in the video. So as typical in this series, we have a couple things we're going to look at. Number one, for pollinators, is this a great plant? The answer is yes. So depending on the Buddleia variety, they typically will flower late spring all the way to late fall. That nectar is available through a widespread time frame, easily accessible to butterflies, hummingbirds, and bees. So I think when it comes to that, it is absolutely solid. Now it's funny, it's called the butterfly bush or Buddleia, but in truth, it only really benefits the adult butterflies. There's zero benefit to any kind of caterpillars, and I don't think there's any native species around here that actually would feed off of it anyways. Just one thing to note if that's something you're targeting compared to like maybe milkweed. So just something to consider, of course, right? And the next thing, of course, is this a easy plant to grow? Is it hardy? Well, let's explore that a little bit. So this is a perennial. It comes back year after year. Its conditions that it requires is full sun, well-draining soil, and when you first establish it, water it pretty often. After that, you can back off. And when it comes to fertilizer, don't worry about fertilizer. Very rarely will you need to do that. So I'd say, yeah, I think it's a pretty easy plant to grow. It's very resistant to temperatures. I keep it outside all year. And so it dies back obviously in the winter, and then we'll dive into, of course, pruning, speaking of dying back. As far as difficulty pruning, it's very easy and forgiving. This is a really vigorous plant. So depending on the variety, you always want to make sure you deadhead. You've noticed I've kind of lacked in that area a little bit, that's on me. But you want to deadhead the spent flowers to make sure more keep coming up. This one in particular, like I said, is spring to late fall for this variety. I have another one, of course, that actually only flowers in the spring. So a little note on that. Typically for like ones like these, you'll cut back probably late spring when you start seeing buds. You want to make sure you do cut it back. These can get extremely tall. Some varieties can get like 12 to 20 feet tall. That's way too big in my garden, and honestly, I wouldn't be able to deadhead it if I let it go. You probably want to follow the same method unless you want a monstrous tree essentially growing in. The spring variety, of course, I would only do that after it's done flowering, probably early summer. Same kind of method, but I'm just matching basically when it's going to flower and making sure I don't get rid of them ahead of time. So pruning, super easy. I don't think there's any issues there, of course. Now let's talk about that caveat I mentioned. So I'm going to say it right up front. Buddleias can be very invasive. And in fact, depending on the species, you want to check your local ordinance. Some of them may even be banned for sale or allowed to be planted in your area. And I'll explain how they're invasive. Number one, they can spread rapidly and they make tons of seeds. Look at these flower heads. Now this variety I have is sterile, which is what I typically aim for and you want to go for. But had this not been a sterile variety, there would be tons and tons and tons of seeds coming in, and that would be a major problem, right? It would spread rapidly. The other thing to consider, their roots. Some varieties have very destructive roots. Concrete, pipes, it'll go right through it. Now both of mine are actually not in either one of those categories, but I still chose to plant them in a pot just for ease of moving them around the garden and stuff. So something to consider, of course. So I'd say for me, is it a keeper? Is it a winner? Absolutely. I think that this is a solid slam dunk in my garden, and it works out great. For you, follow those considerations, see if it fits, and if it does, I promise you, if you do decide to go with it and it's the right one, it'll give you tons of joy. You'll see all kinds of pollinators buzzing around your garden, and it's really easy to care for. So I hope this video is helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And a little teaser for the next video, I'll be covering a perennial that's widespread throughout the US and is actually considered native. I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy.